Antonio starts right now.
This morning, we have 5 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus here in Bexar County. We dive into the latest numbers here in Texas and around the country as attempts to stop the spread continue.
COVID-19 testing backlog, updates on statistics and hospitals. Just ahead on GMSA, the latest coronavirus update from Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, a chilly 52 degrees after a beautiful day yesterday. We're going to check in with Sarah right now to see what we can expect for today.
Good morning. 6 o'clock this Sunday, March 29th. Were you able to go outside at all yesterday?
It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Nice. Yes, we did.
Yesterday, I think at this time it was like 72, 73 degrees.
Yeah.
Starting a little cooler today. Hopefully we're going to see something like yesterday.
We will see a very similar day to yesterday, guys. Yesterday was beautiful. In fact, my husband and I tried to go out to some of the local parks and stuff, but boy, were they crowded. You know, that's not necessarily a good thing right now with the coronavirus going around. So I would just caution everybody, if you do go outside, still maintain social distance whenever possible. But hey, nice weather for a walk, nice weather for a run. It is chilly outside right now with temperatures in the 40s and in the 50s. It's 45 at Bernie Stage Airfield, 44 in Kerrville, 43 in Comfort, 48 Rio Medina, 51 at Port SA, 52 at the airport, 51 at JBSA Randolph, and 53 in New Braunfels. Wider view here, again, just generally most of us in the 40s and 50s. A chilly start to our day, especially when you compare this time yesterday when we were starting off in the 70s. It's nice and dry out there too. Low humidity in the air today. So today is going to be a beautiful day. One thing that is going to be interesting is that you'll notice that the clouds will slowly start to increase today. Mid-level and high-level clouds increasing by the afternoon. Still, we should see enough sunshine to make it up to 80 degrees. Northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. But tomorrow, going to look very different from today. In fact, we're going to have areas of rain tomorrow. So I'll tell you the forecast and what you can expect for the rest of the week coming up in just a few minutes. Max, Stephanie.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. Well, as of this morning, we now have 140 positive COVID-19 cases. That's what's been reported here in Bexar County. But we could see more in the coming days as city officials admit there's a backlog on testing.
Our Alicia Beretta is live downtown with some of the key points discussed by Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff during yesterday's briefing.
Good morning. Well, of those 140 cases, Mayor Ron Nirenberg says that the city doesn't have data on how many of those people have actually recovered. That's information that they're working to get, and in the coming days, they hope to have that to the public. They also shared that a lot of people have, of course, questions about where exactly in the city have the positive COVID-19 cases come from. Going forward, Mayor Ron Nirenberg said the city plans to also add zip codes to give the community more data. The testing backlog was addressed last night, saying the results from federal labs can take up to 5 days and private labs are taking longer to release those results. Again, they hope to have those in the next few days. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff said University Hospital has set aside more rooms for COVID-19 patients, and so far 50 of those patients need intensive care. Wolff added that the jail is down by more than 3,000 inmates and it's being well maintained. Mayor Ron Nirenberg also had something to say about the long-standing tradition here in San Antonio, Easter Park camping, as well as anyone who violates the stay home, work safe order. I have that information for you just ahead on GMSA at 6:30. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Alicia. And COVID-19 cases continue to rise here in Bexar County. Here's a breakdown of the numbers as of yesterday evening. There are 140 positive confirmed cases in Bexar County. 5 people have died, and more than 1/3 of the confirmed patients contracted the virus in the community. 21 cases were due to close contact with someone that already had the virus, and 23 cases are still under investigation. Metro Health has done at least 549 lab tests.
And speaking of COVID-19, Texas Governor Greg Abbott set to hold a press conference about the coronavirus later today. The press conference scheduled to happen at 1:30 this afternoon at the state capitol in Austin. Governor Abbott will be accompanied by the Texas Department of State Health Services Commissioner and the Texas Division of Emergency Management Chief. The governor is going to talk about a lot of things, including efforts to combat the coronavirus, and we are going to be streaming this live on KSAT.com and, of course, on our KSAT app.
And Governor Greg Abbott is announcing he's waiving certain regulations to reactivate the licenses for inactive nurses. Now, the waiver means that advanced practice registered nurses with an inactive license for more than 2 years will not have to pay a reactivation fee, complete continuing education credits, or complete the current practice requirements. And for an advanced practice registered nurse with a license that has been active for more than 4 years, the reactivation fee and continuing education requirements will be waived.
Also, Governor Abbott waiving certain licensing renewal regulations for Texas pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and pharmacy technician trainees. This waiver means that licenses expiration dates are temporarily extended, and the move actually temporarily suspends education requirements for our Texas pharmacists.
President Donald Trump has signed an executive order that will allow former active duty military members to be recalled into service, all in response to the coronavirus outbreak. Now, the order gives officials the authority to order up members, but officials say as of now, there's no indication that will happen. On Friday, President Donald Trump said the step could be necessary to mobilize medical, disaster, and emergency response personnel, including thousands of experienced service members and retirees.
Well, here in Texas, if you're coming from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, or New Orleans, Governor Abbott mandates that you have to quarantine for 14 days. President Donald Trump says he will not issue a mandatory quarantine across the country, but he says he will use a travel advisory. President Trump has said he was considering a short-term quarantine for coronavirus hotspots in those 3 states, like the ones we just mentioned, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. But now the president says in a tweet that he's opting for a travel advisory, and the CDC issued it last night. It urges residents of the 3 states to refrain from non-essential domestic travel for 14 days.
In your morning headlines, the Taliban says they will not negotiate with the team assigned by the Afghan government for the U.S. brokered peace process. Now, according to a statement by the Taliban spokesperson, the designated team did not meet the requirements agreed upon. It reads, quote, "We shall only sit for talks with a negotiation team that conforms with our agreement and is constituted in accordance with the laid out principles," end quote.
And this morning, people in Arkansas are dealing with the aftermath of a devastating tornado. We now know several people injured and homes and businesses destroyed. The tornado left 6 people hurt after hitting commercial and residential areas in the college town of Jonesboro, home to Arkansas State. Still, search and rescue crews sweeping through the area looking for anyone who still needs help.
And soap opera actor John Callahan has died. Callahan's ex-wife announced his passing on Twitter and Instagram yesterday. The All My Children actor played Edmund Gray in the show, and according to IMDb, he was in 356 episodes from 1992 to 2005. Now, his ex-wife, Eva LaRue, did not give a cause of death. The actor was 66 years old.
And time now, 6:08, 52 degrees out.
And still ahead on GMSA, do your little ones love video games? And how much are they playing them right now? Our Eric Hernandez breaks down what it could mean for their social skills.
And next, the latest on SpaceX's mission to establish long-lasting human presence at the moon. Trying to move to the moon?
Not anytime soon. I'm okay. I'm okay here. I'm okay here for now.
You're a poet, you didn't even know it.
That's right. 52 degrees for now. You're heading out. You need a sweater, at least for now. We're going to check in with Sarah in just a bit.
Good morning and welcome back. 6:11 this Sunday morning. And if you like the moon, listen up, because NASA choosing SpaceX to carry cargo, experiments, and supplies to the Gateway Space Station.
That's the latest step in getting the Artemis program moving forward. Now, the Artemis program plans to land the first woman and next man on the moon by 2024. So NASA announced Friday it plans to begin building the moon orbiting space station in 2022.
The agency hoping to establish a sustainable long-term human presence on and around the moon by, get this, the late 2020s.
Maybe our Sarah Spivey.
Maybe, Sarah, you know what?
Gosh, that would be a dream. If I could go to the moon, that would be so awesome.
It would be awesome.
Could we do the double boxes from you on the moon and still get forecast?
Well, you know, in 1969, they did a satellite feed from the moon, so we could probably do it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look outside with a live cam. It is a beautiful morning. A little on the cool side this morning, 52 degrees, clear skies. Dew points are low. Winds are from the west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. It feels lovely outside. Honestly, I went outside even without a coat, and it just felt nice to be able to be out in the cool because, as you know, here in San Antonio, these mornings are limited, especially in the summertime. So take a look at these temperatures this morning. 43 in Comfort, 44 in Kerrville, 46 in Tarpley, 49 in Rio Medina, 51 GMSA Randolph, 52 at the airport in San Antonio. Wider view, all of us fairly uniform with the exception of Corpus Christi and Laredo, which are still in the 60s this morning, 56 in Houston even, and 51 in Austin. All in all, we are about 20 degrees cooler this time than we were yesterday, and that is of course because of the cold front that moved through yesterday, really allowing for drier air to move into place and a beautiful day yesterday. Again, we did have some clouds yesterday, but because the humidity is low, it just felt wonderful. And this is going to be a similar story today for us. Very similar weather, just shave off a few degrees from that afternoon high temperature because we're starting off much cooler than we did yesterday. Notice in today's forecast that the clouds are going to increase. Those are mainly those mid to upper level clouds that aren't very ominous, that don't bring rain. So that's going to be the case today. By the afternoon, it will be mostly cloudy. 67 at 10, near 75 around the lunch hour, and then near 80 in the afternoon. Northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, in our weather setup, very interesting weather system across parts of the Midwest right now. We touched on it earlier, but this is a very dynamic low pressure system. You can see very clearly the swirl around the low pressure system and 17 tornado reports from this system across areas in Iowa, Illinois, down toward Arkansas. So a very dynamic system. While one part of the nation deals with intense weather, the other part, our part, is just dealing with the beautiful weather from this cold front that moved through yesterday. So again, that's what we've got in store today. But things will change for us tomorrow because this cold front is going to actually move on off to the east, and we're going to see our winds turn around to the southeast, and a warm front is actually going to arrive tomorrow. And that's going to bring back the humidity tomorrow. It's going to bring a chance for scattered showers and even a few rumbles of thunder tomorrow across the Alamo City, mainly during the first part of the day, but we still have the potential to see a few more showers in the afternoon as well. And then, just like that, our weather is going to change again. By Tuesday, we should be seeing tons of sunshine, Tuesday and on Wednesday of this upcoming week. So we're going to kind of go back and forth on that sunshine seesaw in this upcoming week. So beautiful weather today, scattered showers and humidity tomorrow, sunny on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then by the end of the week, we're going to see that humidity return with the potential for a few showers and storms as well, both Thursday and Friday, and again on Saturday. So you're going to want to check the weather every day this week because it's going to be a bit different each day. Max, Stephanie?
That's a good idea. We'll keep checking back with you, Sarah.
All right, thanks, Sarah. 6:16, 52 degrees out.
And do you need to go to the grocery store, but you're afraid of getting the coronavirus? Well, head on GMSA what a Washington, D.C. grocery store is doing to make things easier for customers.
And in these times, I'm sure video games are more popular than they've been in a while. So how do they affect your child's social skills? Well, we have the latest from a new study. Eric Hernandez joins us.
And our lotto numbers: pick 3, 583, Fireball 6, and Daily 4, 4580, Fireball 7.
Cash 5 is 13, 14, 16, 18, 35. Text Lotto 9, 10, 13, 15, 17, 44. And Powerball 7, 40, 48, 55, 66, Powerball 11, Power Play is 2. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. 6:20 this Sunday morning. And fun fact, about 66% of children ages 8 to 12 years old play video games for an average of 2 hours a day. Does your daughter fall in that category?
No, well, she's not 8 yet, but she would not spend that much time on her own. She wouldn't do that.
That's fair.
So we'll see what happens though when she's 8. So how does gaming affect a child's social interactions with others? Our Erica Hernandez reports on how video games impact both boys and girls.
Does spending too much time in front of a console affect the way kids socialize? Researchers in Norway studied the social effects of video games by following 873 children at ages 6, 8, 10, and 12. Results show boys in the study played video games much more often than girls, but more gaming at 10 years old was linked to less social competence 2 years later for girls only. Researchers also found better social competence at ages 8 and 10 was associated with less gaming 2 years later for both boys and girls. Scientists say video games may influence girls more negatively because gaming isn't typically a big part of socialization for them, while boys often play with their friends. Remember to set a reasonable screen time limit for your kids, and you may want to encourage them to cut back on gaming if it's interfering with their social activities. Erica Fernandez, KSAT 12 News.
All right, and I'm sure during this time, video game usage is only going up.
And as a parent, you have to say, okay, every once in a while, especially right now. I think so, yeah.
All right, time now, 6:22, 52 degrees out.
And again, are you afraid of going out grocery shopping because of COVID-19? Well, a grocery store owner in Washington has a solution for all the customers. That's ahead on GMSA.
All right, time to take a look at birthdays. First up, Jenny, 26 years old. Happy birthday, Jenny. Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service. And happy birthday to Alexis, turning 1. Very cute pic. Love the bear. Keep on sending your birthday pictures to ksat.com/birthdays. And remember to include a name and an age. We show them every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on GMSA.
Good morning and welcome back. 6:25 this Sunday morning. A lot of people are trying to avoid going outside amid the pandemic. And one grocery store in Washington, D.C. trying to make things easier than ever.
So the store is using robots to deliver groceries to residents in the area, and customers seem to be loving it. So the owner of Broad Branch Market has been using 4 45-pound robots to deliver goods from her market to neighbors within a mile of the store.
And here's how it works. If you have any questions, I have so many questions. Customers call in their orders, then they are placed inside and off they go. No physical interaction between the customers and the store.
And they say that the robots are not only transporting the goods, but neighbors say they're also bringing joy to the neighborhood at this difficult time.
We gotta look into this story more. How did they get the robots? Can everyone get these robots? Those robots look pretty cool for the record.
Pretty nifty.
If I saw that going up and down the street, I would smile a little bit.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know, I can't remember which chain. Another chain was trying to use them, eventually looking at something like that for the future. So there you go.
There we go. 6:26, 52 degrees out.
And businesses have been hit hard by the pandemic. In the next half hour, we're going to tell you what company here in Texas is doing to help those local businesses affected by COVID-19.
And still ahead, we have heard our local celebrities and all across the country and the world doing what they can, stepping up in these tough times. We have new celebrities stepping up, donating millions and millions of dollars. We have the latest.
And the details on the latest efforts to combat COVID-19. We'll be right back.
Good morning and happy Sunday, 6:30 a.m. and it is March 29th. We are almost in April.
Almost this Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Yesterday, it felt like April. It felt like summer.
It was beautiful.
I tried to get the tan, still failing, but perpetual state of trying to tan.
Just stay out there a little longer. Yeah, you're fine.
Sarah,
you're good.
Can I get a tan today?
Well, Max, we are going to see those clouds increase in the afternoon, but it is still going to be a beautiful day out there. We're starting off a lot cooler than we did yesterday. Take a look at these temperatures early this morning. It's 52 at the airport, 42 rather in Kerrville, 51 in Hondo, 50 in Pleasanton, 52 in Gonzales, and 54 in Carrizo Springs. Cooler this morning because of yesterday's cool front. And notice that today it's going to be a really pleasant day. Low humidity. We will, however, see increasing mid and upper level clouds, but that still should not do too much to keep us from warming up. In fact, we should be near 80 degrees right around 4 or 5 when we see the peak heating of the day. day. A northeast wind today at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, a lot of us observing the stay home and work safe order that was put in place in San Antonio, but you can still go for a run. So I thought I'd give you your running forecast for this Sunday. It's going to be great today. Just no real alerts out there. A little bit warmer in the afternoon, but still great running weather with low humidity. So go for it. Get in that mile today. You won't regret it. It's going to be nice outside. I'll be back, though, with a look to tomorrow when we are expecting areas of showers and storms. Max, Stephanie?
Thank you, Sarah. As of this morning, 140 positive coronavirus cases have been reported here in Bexar County, but still, it's unclear how many people have actually recovered.
Our Alicia Beretta is live downtown with some of the key points discussed by Mayor Ron Nirenberg and Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf during yesterday's briefing.
So, Alicia, earlier you mentioned that Easter camping was also discussed. Do we have an update on that?
Yes, we do. Well, we see it every year. Hundreds of families heading to the parks across San Antonio to celebrate Easter weekend. But Mayor Ron Nirenberg was very clear and said that simply it's not happening this year. They're taking the stay home, work safe order very, very seriously. And here's what he had to say to the people and businesses who choose not to comply with his safety order.
Following up on those complaint calls, police and code officers are out, and they've conducted inspections and observed 417 violations. In each of those 417 cases, the business owners have agreed to comply with the order voluntarily, and they've either closed, or if they're an exempted business, in that case, they've ensured that their business is exercising proper social distancing. Because the businesses have cooperated.
So again, those businesses are cooperating now and have shut down. This is all in efforts, of course, to reduce the number of COVID-19 cases in our area. And going forward, the city will include zip codes to the cases in order for the community to have more information. And they did address the fact that there's a backlog in testing and said it's due to the time it takes to receive the results from federal labs. Approximately 5 days. Meanwhile, private labs can actually take even longer. And then we know more beds have been set aside at University Hospital. And at this hour, 50 patients need intensive care. And we have a full article online on KSAT. It actually includes a link to the COVID-19 website. So I just want to show you those numbers that I'm talking about, the zip codes. This is one of the new aspects, information tools included on the COVID-19 website for the city of San Antonio. So we see that the highest cases by zip code over here to the far right, 9 to 12 cases, 78209. That's the biggest zip code. So you can count on KSAT for the latest updates. These daily briefings will be happening every day at 6:10 p.m. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. And as you just said, 140 confirmed cases here in Bexar County. But in counties nearby collectively, there have now been more than 1,700 cases and 23 deaths, including those 5 here in Bexar County. Also, let's break down the numbers. 9 cases in Comal County, 8 in Guadalupe County, 6 in Kendall County, 3 in Medina County, and 2 in Atascosa. Further throughout the state, Dallas County has had the most cases, more than 300. Following them, Harris County, Travis, Denton, and then Bexar County.
And as of this morning, the Houston area has 275 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus. These numbers reported by health officials yesterday mark the biggest one-day gain yet for that area. Now, according to Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner, the city of Houston alone added 163 new positive cases, bringing the city's total count to 232. The spike is a result of a batch of reports received by the department from area medical providers.
And as of this morning, the United States has more than 124,000 confirmed cases throughout the country, more than 30,000 than Italy has reported. And of the cases here in the U.S., more than 2,100 people have died, and more than 2,600 have actually recovered. All of these numbers are from the Johns Hopkins Live Tracker database. We have that link if you want to check it out right now on KSAT.com.
And new disheartening numbers out of Italy. The coronavirus death toll there has officially passed 10,000, the highest in the world. Now, dozens of those reported deaths are doctors. COVID-19 has killed more people in Italy than anywhere else on Earth. The disease has killed more than 50 medical personnel. More than 7,000 have fallen ill, and Italy has been under lockdown for almost 3 weeks now. Friday evening, the 24-hour death toll was at 969, and yesterday evening, authorities reported another 889 had died.
And as the number of the confirmed cases here in the United States climbs above 100,000, a new rapid test could bring us some hope.
That and 2 medical ships are deploying to bring much needed bed space to hospitals in some of the hardest hit areas. CNN's Meredith Wood has more.
This great ship behind me is a 70,000-ton message of hope and solidarity to the incredible people of New York.
President Donald Trump made the trip to Norfolk, Virginia Saturday for the departure ceremony of the USNS Comfort. It is one of the 2 naval hospital ships relocating to help ease the strain in some of the hard-hit areas from the coronavirus. The USNS Mercy arrived in the port of Los Angeles Friday, and the president says the Comfort should arrive in New York by Monday. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says patients who don't have COVID-19 will be sent there, freeing up space in city hospitals for people who do. Saturday, Trump said he is considering a mandatory quarantine for New York and surrounding areas.
There's a possibility that sometime today we'll do a quarantine, short-term, 2 weeks on New York, probably New Jersey, certain parts, and Connecticut.
Moments after the remark, Cuomo said he had not spoken to the president about that. Some good news for those fighting the spread of the pandemic. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration fast-tracked approval for a new coronavirus test that can give results not in days, but in about 15 minutes.
It's a great step forward. We're very thankful for it. We'll get it going April 1st.
I'm Meredith Wood reporting.
And Disneyland and Disney World will remain closed now indefinitely. The parks in Florida and California had planned to close at least through March. Now Disney says a reopening in early April appears unlikely. It has been paying employees since closing the facilities about 2 weeks ago. Disney says it will continue to pay their employees until at least April 18th. All of Disney's parks worldwide shut down due to this pandemic.
And if you have any questions or concerns about COVID-19 in San Antonio and around the country, you can head over to our website where we have dedicated an entire section with information on the latest cases, school closures, interactive maps, and SAQs. You just have to type in ksat.com/coronavirus.
Also happening today, road closures to look out for during your morning work commute. Beginning tonight at 9 p.m., the 281 expansion project will close the southbound right lane between Evans Road and Encino Rio as crews do work starting tonight at 9 o'clock. Now, this closure will be in effect for 2 to 3 weeks. All other lanes will remain open. And time now, 6:39, 52 degrees out.
And more celebrities have been donating to COVID-19 efforts. Ahead on GMSA, we're going to tell you about the big donation that the owner of the Clippers has made.
And because of this pandemic, the majority of sports have been postponed. So what do companies that make uniforms, what are they doing right now? Next on GMSA, we are going to tell you how one company is stepping up and giving back.
And taking a look outside with live cam, a chilly 52 degrees, but it was pretty nice yesterday, and it's going to be interesting this week. It'll be changing a lot, so we're going to need to check in with Sarah in just a bit.
Good morning and welcome back. The city of Leon Valley finding a new way to let people know that they are still open for business. In an effort to support their local businesses, the city has been covered in signs urging people and visitors to shop local. The signs bring awareness to exempt businesses who are still open, and there are also signs reinforcing social distancing, reminding people how important it is to wash your hands. Leon Valley's chief of police says that the signs will stay up as long as the stay home, work safe order is still in effect.
Although we want people to stay home, if they do get out, we would like them to go ahead and support these businesses because businesses across the region are hurting. They're hurting bad, and we want the local economy to keep going as much as we can.
And like we said, these signs will stay up as long as the stay home, work safe order is in effect. So important to shop local.
And the material used to make Major League Baseball uniforms now being used to create masks and hospital gowns for medical professionals. The company Fanatics has stopped making MLB jerseys in its manufacturing plant in Pennsylvania. Its goal is to now create up to 1 million masks and gowns, and the first ones stitched together have a distinctive team look featuring the classic pinstripes of the Phillies and Yankees. Now, the MLB's opening day was supposed to be on Thursday. Both the MLB and Fanatics say they're proud to support the brave healthcare workers fighting the coronavirus.
All right, guys, hear me out. A custom Fanatics face mask, and when you buy it, all of the proceeds go to the healthcare workers on the front lines.
Yeah, I mean, both.
Yeah, there you go. I would get an Eagles
Definitely.
one. What would you get, Sarah?
Which one would I get?
What if you could get a custom sports face
Oh,
mask?
Chiefs, for sure.
Obviously, hey, Super Bowl champs.
Hey, San Antonio Spurs.
Big Chiefs.
Obviously. Well, I figured that was the one you were gonna pick.
But I thought we were going with football.
Yeah, and I thought baseball at first, and I was like, oh, I just brought in basketball.
All encompassing.
Baseball here, though, is tricky.
Yeah.
If you're a Rangers fan and an Astros fan,
That's true.
it's true.
That's true.
Well, okay. There is some bad news in the forecast. Even though the weather is going to be great, I do have to show you this dreadful picture.
Ooh.
Yes. Guess what that is?
A mess.
Oh, yeah. Oak pollen. Oak pollen. A lot of people's cars look like that, especially if you have oak tree in your driveway. And this picture was sent in through our KSAT Connect feature, which is on our weather app. So if you want to show us pictures of weather, of yucky oak, I mean, we'll take it, okay, because we like to show them on air and see what you're seeing at home. So again, oak is an issue. It does peak at this time, late March and early April. This was yesterday's count, 28,930 pollen grains per cubic meter of air. We are in the middle of peak oak season. My hope is that with the potential for some rain this week, we'll be able to see that number at least temporarily go down. Oak season usually ends in May, early May, so we've still got a long way to go with the oak. Right now outside, we're starting to see the first light of the day, a mixture of high thin cirrus clouds in the first light of the day there. It is cool outside this morning, 52 degrees. We've got a west-northwest wind at about 10 miles per hour. Low humidity too, with dew points in the 40s. It feels great outside. Again, just a little on the cool side early this morning. 55 in Rock Springs, 51 Uvalde, 44 in Kerrville, so cool up in Kerrville, 51 in Hondo, 53 New Braunfels, 51 Gonzales, and 51 in Pleasanton. But this is the sweet spot in today's weather. The humidity will stay low all day long. It's going to be a beautiful day. In fact, yesterday's cool front really sucked out the humidity. In fact, dew points are about 30 degrees cooler than they were this time yesterday. Yesterday morning, it was sticky and icky outside. That front moved through. And then if you remember in the afternoon, it was beautiful. We're going to see that nice dry weather all day today. And take a look at the futurecast. Even though on the radar, there may be what appears to be a few showers, those are going to evaporate before they even hit the surface. What you will notice is a steady increase in cloud cover, mid and upper level cloud cover, but we're still going to be able to warm up into near 80 degrees around San Antonio, upper 70s up in the hill country, potentially the low to mid 80s down south toward Pleasanton and Floresville as well. But all in all, a beautiful day. Then tomorrow, things are going to change for us because we're going to see a southeast wind return. That's going to bring in the humidity and bring in the chance for scattered rain, mainly in the morning hours tomorrow during the first part of the day, but we will still see the potential for a few showers throughout the day tomorrow. Again, in the afternoon tomorrow, we should start to see those rain chances taper off. And by Tuesday and Wednesday, it's actually going to be really nice outside with no chance for rainfall. So just to wrap up your forecast for today, low humidity, a very pleasant day. We'll be near 75 right around the lunch hour. We'll see those increasing mid-level clouds, 80 degrees for the high temperature, beautiful low humidity, northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and a really pleasant evening as well. Rain chances this week are going to kind of be all over the place, okay? We do have scattered showers in the forecast for tomorrow, then no real rain chance Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be sunny and beautiful with low humidity on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then starting at the end of the week, we'll see our rain chances tick back up. Storm chances tick back up too through Friday as well. So this week is going to be a bit tricky, and you're going to want to pay attention to the weather just about every day, especially because people or loving that precious time outdoors, you'll really want to plan your week with us. So we'll have updates on the app for you. Just know today, beautiful, tomorrow, rain, beautiful Tuesday and Wednesday, and then rain by the end of the week. Max, Stephanie.
We'll take that beautiful. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 6:49, 52 degrees out.
And being a small business owner during this pandemic is difficult. So what is the photographer doing to make the best of the situation? Find out next on GMSA.
Good morning and welcome back. Throughout this pandemic, we have learned of many celebrities who have stepped up and helped out. One of the most recent, Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, now pledging $25 million to the pandemic relief. Now, the former Microsoft CEO and his wife Connie want most of the money to be used to help local communities. $10 million will be going to the University of Washington to work towards a vaccine. The rest will go to the coronavirus relief efforts in Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the team that he owns. And some of it will also go to Southeast Michigan. The Ballmers have donated, get this, more than $2 billion to charity in recent years.
And the rapper behind the hit Mask Off is working to provide face masks for the COVID-19 pandemic. So Future is using his Free Wishes Foundation to team up with Atlanta Sewing Style to make and deliver masks. Now, the foundation was created by Future, his mother, and his sister in his hometown of Atlanta. Together, they have organized a team of 500 volunteers to sew these masks for hospital workers and patients in need. In a change from his 2017 rap hit, the campaign is being called Mask On.
And we talk about these celebrities stepping up and helping out, but a lot of small business owners, they've been impacted by the pandemic. Holly Harper, not the exception. She said that she was paralyzed by grief and shock. That is, until she heard of the Front Steps Project.
So the project is an initiative to photograph families outside their homes as they deal with social isolation. Now Harper spends her days biking around her Washington, D.C. neighborhood with her 7-year-old daughter, taking pictures of families from a distance.
Harper says that she has been bombarded with requests. Some say that they want to capture their family during a historic moment. Harper intends to use the money raised to buy gift cards for employees of small businesses hit the hardest by this outbreak.
And as for her photo subjects, Harper said she has observed how much people are embracing this time with their families. That certainly is true here in San Antonio, taking a walk and seeing all the families walking together as a family and spending time together and enjoying the weather. So there's a positive there.
Yeah. 6:54, 52 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
In the city's daily coronavirus briefing, Mayor Ron Nirenberg advised that as of Saturday, 140 positive COVID-19 cases have been reported in the area, but they do admit that there could be more cases in the next few days as there's a backlog on testing. So where in the city are those positive COVID-19 cases coming from? Going forward, Mayor Ron Nirenberg said the city plans to add zip codes in order to give that information. And in regards to testing backlog, it was said results from federal labs can take up to 5 days, and private labs are taking longer to release the results. Mayor Ron Nirenberg said they hope to have those in the coming days. In Bexar County, Judge Nelson Wolf said University Hospital has set aside rooms for COVID-19 patients. So far, 50 are in need of intensive care. Wolf added that the jail is down by more than 3,000 inmates and is being well maintained. We do have a full article of these points on KSAT.com. You can also count on KSAT streaming live those daily briefings at 6:10. Reporting, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Well, it's really nice out there this morning. We're currently at 53 degrees. The sun is starting to rise, and it'll be nice today. Slowly seeing increasing clouds in the mid-levels, but a high temperature near 80 degrees, low humidity. It's going to be great outside today. Northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now tomorrow, a different story. We've got humidity returning and scattered showers, and a few rumbles of thunder will be possible for your Monday. Beautiful weather Tuesday and Wednesday before rain returns by the end of the week as well. All in all, a really spring-like week this week. No real substantial cold fronts moving through. Nothing to make us very cold. In fact, this morning's temperatures are probably the coolest will be through most of the week, guys.
So hold out on the car wash?
Oh, yeah. I mean, are most car wash places closed, too?
I would imagine.
But you can
wash your own, I guess.
Wash your own.
Yeah.
I would hold off this week.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Don't worry, we are taking an hour-long break for Good Morning America, but we will be back here at 8 o'clock, and we have so much more to tell you about and updates on local, state, national and international pandemic. We'll be back.
See you in an hour.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
In just the last 24 hours, we have nearly 24 people now testing positive for the coronavirus here in Bexar County. Up ahead, the latest details from Mayor Ron Nirenberg and when his next briefing is.
Plus, President Donald Trump strongly urging the CDC to warn people about traveling to New York. How Northeastern officials are responding.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, that is something to put a smile on your face. Beautiful sunrise this morning, 54 degrees to start your Sunday morning. What does the rest of the day look like? We are going to check in with Sarah Spivey.
That is beautiful.
Morning.
Yeah.
Full honesty, after
Yes.
the 6 a.m. show, sprinted up to the roof, got the picture I wanted.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice picture. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, it is 8 a.m. Yesterday at this time. It was a little muggy. We even saw some lightning, some thunder yesterday.
On the way to work. Mm-hmm.
This morning, though,
Kind of cold.
A little chillier,
Yeah.
but it's much nicer. Sarah, what are we expecting today?
It is much nicer. And you know what? That's the thing. Even though it all seems, the world seems a little crazy right now, we still have sunrises. And this morning's sunrise was very beautiful. We did see some clouds out there right now. We are seeing some clouds out there right now. Some high-level cirrus clouds working their way across the Alamo City, but still a very pleasant morning for us. We're at 54 degrees, just a touch chilly, with humidity at about 57%. So low humidity in place as well. Very nice weather in store for us today. Right now, temperatures clocking in the upper 40s up in the hill country. It's 46 at Bernie Stage Airfield. Meanwhile, 44 in Comfort and in Kerrville, 44 in Bandera, so chillier in the higher elevations, even down near Pleasanton, 48 degrees right now. But today, with low humidity, we're going to have a beautiful day. Mostly cloudy skies generally, but again, those are going to be those mid to upper level clouds that don't do too much to keep out the sunshine, so it should be very pleasant. Northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. But tomorrow, totally different weather. We've got rain in the forecast tomorrow. I'll be back with a look ahead to the next 7 days coming up. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. We are following the latest developments involving the coronavirus here in our community this morning. The current number here in Bexar County standing at 140 confirmed cases. San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg telling us the number is only expected to grow as more and more people get testing in the coming days. Now, during his daily briefing yesterday, Mayor Ron Nirenberg also revealing there were no new deaths reported, meaning that the number of deaths from the coronavirus here in Bexar County is still at 5. We also learned more than 1/3 of the confirmed coronavirus patients contracted the virus here in the community, something the mayor says can be prevented as long as we continue to practice social distancing.
Community transmission means that we don't know exactly where the patient came in contact with the virus. That also means you should behave as if everyone you meet is positive. It's crucial that everyone stays at home to reduce the opportunities for spreading the virus. 21 of the cases resulted from close contact with another person who was confirmed positive who had the virus.
Of those who have tested positive, we know at least 3 of them are Bexar County employees. We also know that a Bexar County District Court employee's family member tested positive recently. Everyone who may have been exposed through secondhand contact with the employee is now under medical observation. That includes 2 BCSO deputies and 27 inmates at the Bexar County Jail. Now, the mayor is set to give another briefing and every day at 6:20 p.m. And in national news, President Donald Trump says a quarantine in the New York area will not be necessary.
Instead, he has asked federal health officials to issue a, quote, strong travel advisory. ABC's Ty Hernandez has the details.
This new domestic advisory may halt travelers in their tracks. Residents of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are urged against non-essential travel within the country for the next 2 weeks by order of the CDC. This is a step back from President Trump's earlier suggestion that these 3 states could face federal quarantine. And the battle over interstate travel continues, with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo threatening to sue the state of Rhode Island over its recent policy of targeting and tracking New Yorkers coming into the state and ordering them to self-quarantine. Rhode Island Governor Gina Raimondo defended the move, but also expanded it to all state visitors, no longer singling out New York. This as another prominent New Yorker tests positive. James Dolan, the CEO of Madison Square Garden and owner of the New York Knicks. He is said to have little to no symptoms, but remains in self-isolation. Ty Hernandez, ABC News, New York.
And as COVID-19 social distancing and self-quarantining continue, you may have already run out of fun things to do at home. So our Alicia Beretta wanted to see what families were doing to pass the time. She is live in New Braunfels to show us how you can get your neighborhood involved in a scavenger hunt.
Good morning. Well, yeah, next time you go to the grocery store or maybe take your dog for a walk, or I hear it's going to be a good day to go running, maybe pay attention to the windows around you because you might spot a rainbow or a teddy bear or some beautiful stuffed animal. Parents are actually gathering on social media to help make this happen. And I met one parent, Brittany, and she's actually helped participate really and keep this going for the kids. She has one of the teddy bears. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
So how exactly was it that you found out about this activity?
Well, I was scrolling on social media, and pretty much I was on our Facebook page, our neighborhood Facebook page, and someone posted, we're going on a bear hunt, the book, which is what it's after, and just asked everybody, called everybody to come out. Everybody immediately started having quick replies with exactly what kind of animals they were having, purple Pooh Bears, and they put their address, and it kind of even turned into a scavenger hunt where you could write for your kids down all the list of what everybody has, and they can go and search for it. It's just been fun.
And then you have two little ones, correct?
I have one. He's 2 years old.
Okay, he's 2 years old, so he perhaps can't participate in the scavenger hunt, but he obviously can spot these pretty quickly. And in your window, you have some friends over there.
Oh, yes. If you don't mind my 2-year-old kind of running up to your window through your yard, which is what he's been doing, he will find them and gets really excited to see all the different bears, all the different animals, and what everybody has. Everybody's been really creative. There's even been a family that had a table full of toys out that they were already going to give away that you could just walk by and grab. And it's just been really fun to see.
And would you agree that this is a pretty easy setup for parents, maybe in other neighborhoods that haven't gotten started?
Oh, yes. Super easy, super fun. The whole family kind of gets involved. They could pick their favorite teddy bears and just get you outside, get you walking, and something to look at. It's a lot of fun.
Brittany, thank you so much for being with us this morning. She woke up early to make sure that we could show you how this works. So later on at 8:30 here on GMSA, we'll actually be hopping in our KSAT unit and taking you around this neighborhood to see how many bears we can spot. Reporting live from New Braunfels, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. The city of Leon Valley now finding a new way to let people know that they are still open for business. As an effort to support local businesses, Leon Valley has been covered in signs urging people and visitors to shop local. The signs bring awareness to exempt businesses which are still open. Now, there are also signs reinforcing social distancing, reminding people how important it is to wash your hands. And Leon Valley's chief of police says that these signs will stay up as long as the stay home, work safe order is in effect.
And students at all 5 campuses in the Alamo College's district have postponed their spring commencement ceremonies until the end of this year. Now, school officials made the announcement over the weekend. Despite having to wait until December to walk the stage, officials say that students will still get their degrees and certificates in May. However, students are urged to contact their advisors for more information in regards to completing their requirements. The college campuses will continue remote teaching.
And you can find all of our coronavirus coverage online as well. Just head to our homepage and click on the coronavirus tab. Right now we have stories about the confirmed cases in San Antonio, in Bexar County, and in surrounding counties, along with stories about how this pandemic is affecting the airline industry and even the TSA. Just head to KSAT.com.
In the midst of the pandemic, it is still an election year, and right now there is no definitive Democrat nominee for president. The 2 main contenders left standing are Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. A new poll by the Washington Post and ABC News shows President Donald Trump and Joe Biden are in a tightly competitive race for the White House, with the president gaining ground on Biden over the past month. Now, President Trump has moved from what was a 7-point deficit in February to a near tie with Biden today. Now, among registered voters, Joe Biden is favored by 49% and President Donald Trump by 47%. And according to the poll, the president is more trusted to handle the economy, while Joe Biden is more trusted to deal with health care.
New this morning, a woman in the hospital after a shooting just north of downtown. Police telling us around 3:30 a.m. shots rang out in the 900 block of North Main Street. They say a woman was at America's Best Value Inn. She called 911 saying she had been shot in the ankle at another location just off Blanco. After she was shot, she got an Uber, and that's when she went to the hotel, treated on the scene, and taken to University Hospital. The situation is still under investigation, and a description of the gunman was still not given.
And also happening today, there will be some road closures to look out for. Now, beginning tonight at 9 p.m., the US 281 expansion project will close the southbound right lane between Evans Road and Encino Rio as crews do some wall work. Now, this closure will be in effect for 2 to 3 weeks. All other lanes will remain open.
And time now is 8:10, 54 degrees out.
And coming together through the love of music. Still ahead, how people in one state handled staying at home.
Helping support local restaurants near you and here in Bexar County. Up next, the new amazing tool that you can use to help out.
And taking a look outside with live cam. Beautiful, beautiful shot out there. 54 degrees for now. And speaking of beautiful, it's going to be a beautiful day today. It was a beautiful day yesterday. So we're going to check in with our beautiful Sarah Spivey in just a bit. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. 8:15 this Sunday morning. And if you're hungry and looking for a way to help out our local businesses, we've got you covered.
That's right. With the help of Texas Eats host David Elder, you can now check out all the local restaurants delivering in your area.
All you have to do is head to the website, safoodtogo.com. That is a number 2, not T-O. On the website, you choose the type of food that you're feeling, put in the location, and search results in the city will pop right up.
And there's everything on there. You got Mexican food, Italian food, even drinks. The best part of it all, it's supporting local business owners who may be having a tough time during the pandemic.
All right, I will be the first to admit it, with the whole social distancing and like self-isolation, snacking has just been a nonstop.
Yes, it's. We did a story about that last week and about how to stay away from the pantry. Yeah,
hasn't been working. Sarah, what's your go-to snack?
Well, last night we had ice cream, blueberries. So that was good.
What flavor?
Pecan pralines and cream.
Boom!
That sounds great.
I love it. I love it. So we've got to talk about the forecast here. I need to switch around my graphics just for a second. And we will talk about the potential for rainfall tomorrow. But first, we've got a beautiful day on deck right now outside. Gorgeous sunrise there with those high-thin cirrus clouds in play. Let's go ahead and take you through a couple of things. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s right now around San Antonio. So it's 54 degrees at the airport. But other than that, we're actually seeing 40s in some places, like up in the Hill Country. 44 in Comfort, 44 Kerrville, 44 in Bandera, and 52 in Castroville. Wider view, just about all of us in the 40s and 50s this morning. So it is chilly out there right now, but as you just saw, the sun has rose and we are going to be warming up. But you can definitely feel the effects of yesterday's cold front. In fact, this time 24 hours ago, it was about 20 degrees warmer in San Antonio than it is out there right now. Now, you also saw those clouds moving in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. We're going to stay dry, though, on the surface, and low humidity is going to make for just beautiful weather today. And because those cirrus clouds are thin, the sun is still going to shine through and we should warm up very nicely. We'll be looking at those increasing cirrus clouds throughout the day, but look how nice temperatures are going to rebound. We started in the 50s, but we should get up to 80 degrees by the afternoon. Around the lunch hour, right in the low to mid 70s. So today is going to be a perfect day for going on a walk or even just having your dinner on the patio because the weather is going to really cooperate with us. Northeast breeze at 5 to 15 miles per hour. I want to show you the weather setup here across the nation. One thing really screams at you, doesn't it? It's this big low pressure system that is producing a lot of weather for folks generally in the eastern part of the United States and right along the Central Plains as well. In fact, this system produced 17 tornado reports yesterday from Iowa out toward Illinois, down toward Arkansas. This is a very dynamic system that continues to bring a threat for severe weather across portions of the U.S. But while one section of the United States is dealing with the bad side effects from this storm system, we're dealing with the good side effects from this storm system. That cold front that moved through currently working its way across the Gulf of Mexico. But here's the catch. Although today is going to be wonderful, tomorrow, as this system moves off to the east, we're actually going to see our winds switch around to the southeast and see a warm front move through San Antonio tomorrow. That means humidity is going to be high tomorrow. And as you can see on the Futurecast, there are going to be areas of scattered showers and even a few rumbles of thunder, mainly for the first part of Monday through about the lunch hour and a little bit later into the afternoon. But we're still going to carry a chance for a few showers into the afternoon as well. Thankfully, though, skies will clear on Tuesday. It'll be nice Tuesday and Wednesday before rain chances tick up again by the end of the week. So this week is going to be a bit interesting. We're going to be beautiful today with low humidity, but then muggy tomorrow with areas of rain. Beautiful Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the mugginess returns with the potential for rainfall by Friday around San Antonio. So always be checking in with the weather. This week rather is going to be a week where the weather will change every day. Max, Stephanie.
All right, sounds good. We'll check back soon.
All right, thank you, Sarah. 8:18, 54 degrees out.
And it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Up next on GMSA, how social media users came together through the love of music without leaving their homes.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3. And take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 8, 3, Fireball 6, Daily 4s, 4, 5, 8, 0, Fireball 7.
You should have done that. Better singing voice than me. Cash 5, 13, 14, 16, 18, 35. And Lotto Texas 9, 10, 13, 15, 17, 44. And your Powerball numbers 7, 40, 48, 55, 66, Powerball 11, Power Play 2. Good luck. And welcome back. It's 8:23. So in this next story, the Wisconsin Conservatory decided to bring a little brightness into people's day around the country amid the virus outbreak.
That's right, and they did it through music. Take a look, take a listen.
How cute. See, Max, you got this. The goal of the video is to get people up and moving while they stay at home.
And
that's too cool.
All those people, very talented singing, but when it comes to GMSA, I leave the singing to Sarah.
Yes, I agree. Leave it to you.
Thanks, Sarah. 8:23, 54 degrees. You want to finish it off?
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Killed it.
Thank you, Sarah. And a rise in mental health services in the San Antonio area. Still ahead, what local medical professionals say they're seeing more of and how you can deal with the stress.
Speaking of medical professionals, Delta flights, free transportation for those healthcare workers while the airline is allowing them to travel to other states at no cost.
And being aware of scammers, the signs you should look out for as you wait for your $1,200 stimulus check.
And let's take a look at those birthdays this morning. Miracle, 4 years old. Such a cute pic, great name.
Yes, happy birthday. And we have Irene, 88 years old, cute pic as well. Happy birthday. Keep sending in your birthday pictures to ksat.com/birthdays. Remember to include a name and age. We show them every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on GMSA.
Good morning and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey.
I'm Stephanie Cerna. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I hope you guys have plans outdoors. Looks like it's going to be another nice one.
Yesterday started a little rough, turned out to be gorgeous. Sarah, are we going to see the same thing today?
We are going to see beautiful weather all day, guys. So it's going to be nice outside. We've seen the sun rise. Temperatures are actually up a little bit from earlier this morning, but it is still cool out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those temperatures. It's 45 in Kerrville, but 54 in Rock Springs. It's 50 out in Uvalde. 58 down in Cotulla, 63 in Beeville, but here in San Antonio, 54 cool degrees, 53 in New Braunfels, and still in the 40s up in Austin. So today, low humidity is going to be the theme of the day. We will see increasing cloud cover in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, but that shouldn't do too much to keep out some sunshine. And so because of that, it's going to be really nice, warming up to 80 degrees this afternoon. With a northeast wind at 5 to 15 should feel good as well. And I know a lot of people are cooped up inside, but you can go for a run or for a walk. And so if you choose to do that, here's today's running forecast. Just know that it's going to be great. pretty much all hours of the day. A little warmer in the afternoon, but still it could be a lot worse. And those of us who run know that in the summertime it can get oppressively humid. So today it's not going to be humid. It'll be great for running or walking with the family. Tomorrow, however, there will be areas of rain. I'll be back with a look ahead to the forecast coming up.
Thank you, Sarah. Here in Bexar County, the latest numbers as of this morning is 140 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. And as of this morning, the Houston area has 275 new cases. Those numbers reported by health officials just yesterday, and they mark the biggest one-day gain yet for the Houston area. Now, according to Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner, the city of Houston alone added 163 new positive cases, bringing the city's total to 232. The spike of these results are actually because of the reports received by the department from area medical providers.
And medical workers in hospitals filled with patients trying to stretch their resources.
Some now taking to the streets pleading for help. ABC's Trevor Ault is outside the new temporary hospital at a convention center in New York.
This morning, as the count of coronavirus cases climbs higher, nurses leading multiple protests outside hospitals demanding access to more personal protective equipment. In New York, the father of a nurse desperate for his daughter's safety.
Have you asked your daughter not to keep going to work?
I have.
And what does she say?
She says she has to. She loves her job.
But for some, amid growing shortages of masks, gloves, and more, the risk has become too much. One nurse we spoke with, named Ashley, saying she didn't feel properly protected by her hospital and, despite loving the work, decided to quit.
The current hospital that I was working at kept taking PPE away from us and changing the guidelines, and it was scaring us. I felt that it was unsafe work conditions, so that's why I left.
Other nurses say guidelines from the CDC have allowed hospitals to scale back procedures for safety equipment that would have been required before the crisis. Meredith Johnson, a critical care nurse in South Carolina, says she feels unprotected.
We shouldn't be scared. This is our job. I did sign up for this, but I didn't sign up to do it without the right equipment. I didn't ever expect to be in a position where I would be sent to work and literally risking my life.
The risk of those on the front lines contracting the virus themselves has grown so great, many, like Arkansas Dr. Jared Burks, have moved out of their homes to protect their families. Dr. Burks captured in this now viral photo, getting as close as he can to his 1-year-old son.
It feels kind of crazy to be married to a doctor right now. There's a lot of uncertainty. And so while I'm proud of him and very, very thankful that he does what he does, there is this kind of fear of just what may come.
And again, that was Trevor Ault reporting. Now, as Americans wait for their stimulus checks to arrive, the FBI and other government agencies are warning people not to fall for scams. Now, government officials say scammers are already trying to steal people's money by asking for personal or financial information through calls, texts, emails, or even websites. Americans are eligible for up to $1,200 per person and should expect to see that money within 3 weeks, according to Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. However, others who filed their taxes electronically in the past may see a direct deposit in their bank sooner than that. Now, recipients will receive a notice by mail no later than 15 days after the payment was sent out, with information including a phone number to call the IRS if the funds failed to arrive.
And happening right now, some neighborhoods looking for creative social distancing ways to distract the children during this pandemic. And one fun way to do so, a scavenger hunt. Alicia Barra joining us live from New Braunfels, where teddy bears are the focus. Lisa's going to take us on a ride around the neighborhood, see how many teddy bears we can spot.
Good morning, Max and Stephanie. Well, we jumped in the KSAT unit and we actually just started searching for these. Let me show you what we're doing. So earlier we talked about, let's see if you can, I'm going to try to zoom in. This is literally, we're going on a bear hunt. Do we see it? Do we not? I don't see it right now. Steven was saying it was here. I think we have to pull up a little bit forward. So basically what you need to do if you want to join this scavenger hunt at home, one option is that you can get on your community Facebook page and invite people to look for bears. So right now we're driving around a neighborhood that's participating in New Braunfels. Right here we're approaching another home. that has some teddy bears. It has 2 panda bears. Let's see if we can slow down here and if y'all can spot them. It's a little hard because of that glare. We just missed them. Well, I'm seeing to the left of the screen. So this is definitely much harder than I had planned because there are a lot of trees and cars in the windows. But we're gonna head forward here and see if we can spot at least one more for you because this is just so cute. Hold on, let's stop here. See if we can get the camera. And this is actually an example of the cardboard. Can y'all see it?
I don't see it. Do you see it?
I'll try to zoom in there.
I have contacts, so.
There.
Oh, I do! How cool! You got it!
We found one! We found one, you guys! Okay, so that just, earlier we interviewed Brittany Casey. She's a neighbor in this area, New Braunfels, and she says that if you don't have a stuffed teddy bear, well, the cardboard option is a great option for you. So again, this is based on a book. This isn't the first time we've reported on this. We actually have a full article on KSAT.com. So this is just one way that you can stay active with your family and show them that, you know, not everything is bad during this time. Look, there's another one right there. So this is just really cool to see families stepping up and trying to keep the kids entertained in a safe way. So again, next time maybe you go for a run or the next grocery store run, this is a great option for you. Back to you guys.
Very cool, Alicia. I know that'll be very nice for all the kids out there. And then your morning headlines, UPS making a change to their delivery process. So if you're expecting a package anytime soon, it's good to know that the company is no longer requiring signatures from customers during the time. Now, officials released updated guidelines over the weekend saying drivers will just make contact with the recipient and request ID if they can.
Meanwhile, Delta Airlines stepping up to provide free flights for medical professionals who are flying to areas facing a surge in the pandemic. Now, the company announced that it has set up a program to give round-trip tickets to medical volunteers who are traveling to work at hospitals in Georgia, Louisiana, and Michigan. Delta working with state and local government offices to make the flight reservations. All medical volunteers should contact the impacted states to determine the eligibility. Delta says it could also expand the program to other areas like California, New York, and Washington.
And New Balance also has all hands on deck this morning after announcing they will be helping healthcare facilities. The sports company announced via Twitter that their U.S. factories are working to develop, manufacture, and deliver face masks to the hospital community. The decision comes after hospitals in the U.S. began to experience a shortage in medical equipment and supplies during the virus outbreak.
And back here at home, the coronavirus not only affecting some San Antonians physically, but also mentally.
Since the start of the pandemic, medical professionals say they've seen an increase in fear and anxiety due to the unknowns behind COVID-19.
The Night Beat's Japhanie Gray spoke with 2 medical professionals about this issue who had some advice which could better help you deal with this stress.
So quickly, we've seen close to 150 new clients this week because of the coronavirus.
That is nearly double the number the Jewish Family Service of San Antonio says it sees on an average week. The organization provides mental health services and counseling. Though their doors are closed through at least April 9th, they have been able to keep operating online.
We are now doing full telehealth, teletherapy, telecounseling, everything.
Tally Dolge with the Jewish Family Services says there's no precedent for the impact the coronavirus pandemic has had on this community.
I think people who have never experienced anxiety right now are experiencing it in a way that they never thought they would ever have to do.
Psychiatrist Dr. Harry Croft agrees.
Some people just are taking it kind of in stride. They're frustrated because they have to be inside and they can't go do things. But others are just full of anxiety and depression and fear and even panic.
Croft says he's gotten calls of people experiencing panic attacks.
People think they might go crazy or they might die. They're having a heart attack. They can't breathe.
I think right now it's the uncertainty. People don't understand this virus.
Both Croft and Doles recommend doing things which might make you less anxious, like meditating or relaxing. They also suggest researching ways to better deal with your anxiety, seeking counseling, or finding a support group.
As long as you're connecting, your anxiety level will go down significantly.
And again, that was Japhanie Gray reporting. The Jewish Family Services offering several services to help with anxiety or any other needs online, and those services are open to anyone.
So for more information, we'll have a link to their website posted with this story at KSAT.com. You can also call their direct line at 210-302-6920.
Time now 8:39, 54 degrees up.
And supporting your local mom and pop shop still ahead. Why is a great day to do that?
And inspired by those in Italy who are in quarantine, up next, the famous people stepping up to sing and living room concerts, all kind of getting together and, help spreading the joy during this time. I did actually, one of our coworkers, Devin Clark, he posted something on Facebook. Did not know he plays the violin. He's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, maybe we'll see him doing one of these.
Throwing him in the show.
Well, taking a look outside with live cam, 54 degrees for now. We'll be back after the break. And welcome back. It is 8:44. So it seems that people all over the world are using the language of music to make the best out of their situation, especially when they're stuck inside for several days or weeks because of COVID-19.
And this week, musicians were inspired by those in Italy that we showed you a few weeks ago, but this time, people have taken it to a whole nother level. Take a look.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So opera singer Maurizio Marchini and cellist Yo Ma and the Toronto Symphony were joined by dozens of other musicians.
So like you said before, music is a universal language. Through these hard times, people are still able to come together, bring hope and harmony, and they are doing such a good job. That was amazing.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and what we were referencing was people in Italy with the huge apartments, and they were all singing, and it was so cool.
That was really cool to see that too. Maybe we'll see our Devin Clark join.
Maybe.
The music.
We'll see. Put a smile on my face, just like the weather yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the weather yesterday, guys, was incredible. And today the weather's going to be nice too, but unfortunately for those of us suffering from an oak allergy,
oh no,
this is a common theme. Yes, this car is covered in oak pollen. This sent through our KSAT Connect feature on our weather app. You can actually send us pictures of weather or oak pollen, and you know what, we may just show them on air because it really does help us. You guys are our eyes on the ground, our viewers, and so please send in those pictures through our KSAT Connect feature. Now, oak season is in full swing, my friends. In fact, it peaks in late March and early April, which is right now. So we're seeing the peak. In fact, yesterday's oak count was 28,300 pollen grains per cubic meter of air. Now, we usually get our pollen count in for the day right around this time, so I'll be checking my email to make sure that I can get out that oak pollen count to you very soon here. But just know that it is very high, and we are currently in the peak of oak season. Outside right now, beautiful look out there. We are seeing blue skies, but notice all those wispy cirrus clouds. Cirrus clouds are really cool. They're wispy because they're made completely of ice crystals, and they do a lot of fun things, especially during sunrise and sunset, and make for beautiful colors. Well, today we're going to be seeing those cirrus clouds increase, and it's not going to do too much to keep out the sun. In fact, you can see that sun shining very clearly through that milky hue in the sky. It's 54 outside right now. Dew points are low. Humidity is low. It feels great out there, and temperatures are on the rise already. It's 54 in San Antonio, but it's 47 in Kerrville, 49 in Hondo, 53 in Uvalde, 53 in Gonzales, and 55 in Pleasanton. Like I said, those dew points are low right now, and we're going to stick with a low humidity all day. Dew points fell because of yesterday's cool front. In fact, dew points are down about 30 degrees from where they were this time yesterday. Yesterday, we woke up in the morning, it was sticky, it was icky outside. That front moved through, and it felt great in the afternoon. Today, it's going to feel great all day long. In fact, let's take you through the futurecast. Remember that there's really dry air at the surface. Our futurecast is hinting that the radar may show a few what would appear to be showers on the radar, but really, all of that is going to evaporate before it even hits the surface, so we are not going to see any rain today. Instead, what we'll be looking at is a pretty warm day. High temperature near 80 degrees this afternoon around San Antonio. Up in the hill country, high temperature expected to be in the mid to upper 70s. But tomorrow, we are going to see the return of moisture. That low humidity is going to be out of here, and it's going to be humid tomorrow. And on top of that, we are going to see areas of scattered showers and storms for your Monday. Now, not numerous in nature, more like a 40% chance for showers and storms, but it will be noticeably more humid. Now, that's mainly during the first part of the day tomorrow. During the second part of the day, we should see the rain trend toward zero by midnight, and in fact on Tuesday it's going to be nice and sunny. So just to recap today's weather, we'll see increasing clouds, those cirrus clouds that I mentioned, and we'll be looking at temperatures warming up. We'll be near 75 around noon, 80 in the afternoon, northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and a pleasant evening. Then our rain chances are really going to tick up on Monday, 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. Going to be sunny and beautiful both Tuesday and Wednesday, and then by the end of the week we will have another chance for showers and storms. So the weather's going to be a bit wacky this week, changing up just about every day. So you can keep up to date on the weather app, where we'll send notifications right to your phone about the weather. And of course, continue to watch KSAT. We'll always have an accurate and up-to-date forecast for you. Next, Stephanie.
Thank you, Sarah. We'll continue to watch through the changes.
All right, thank you, Sarah. 8:49, 54 degrees out.
And taking the time to support local business owners in the San Antonio area. Up next, why it's so important to do that, especially today.
And take a look at those lotto numbers. Pick 3 is 583, Fireball 6, Daily 4, 4580, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 13, 14, 16, 18, 35. Lotto Texas 9, 10, 13, 15, 17, 44. And your Powerball numbers 7, 40, 48, 55, 66, Powerball 11, Power Play 2. Good luck.
Welcome back. In the news you need to know before you go. A woman in the hospital this morning after being shot just a few blocks north of downtown. San Antonio police telling us all of this happened around 3:30 this morning in the 900 block of North Main Street. Police telling us that a woman at America's Best Value Inn called 911 saying she had been shot in the ankle at another location just off Blanco. After being shot, police telling us she got an Uber and was then transported to the hotel. She was treated on the scene, taken to University Hospital. Police and investigators still working, trying to figure out what exactly happened and why. Still trying to figure out who pulled the trigger.
Good morning, Stacey and Mark. Coming up on This Week, with the United States leading the world in confirmed coronavirus cases, now over 120,000. I'll speak with two governors on the front lines of this crisis, Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey and Governor John Bel Edwards of Louisiana, who overnight lost a staff member to the disease. Plus, I'll talk with President Trump's top economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, about the record-setting stimulus bill. Our panel of experts is here to analyze all the fast-moving developments. Stacey and Mark, back to you.
And researchers are using a high-tech approach to resolve an age-old debate over gender and math. Tomorrow on GMSA, find out how brain pictures may be worth 1,000 words.
And to look outside right now, we are seeing beautiful blue skies with a bit of a milky hue to it because of those cirrus clouds. It's going to be a wonderful day here. We're already at 58 degrees this morning. That's up from our morning low in the low 50s. It's 47 in Kerrville still, 57 in Hondo, 55 in Pleasanton. But look at the day today, warming up with increasing clouds, but still pretty nice. We'll be looking at a temperature right around 80 degrees for the afternoon high. Northeast winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now tomorrow there will be areas of scattered rain and a few rumbles of thunder, as well as high humidity, but low humidity Tuesday and Wednesday before rain returns, guys, by the end of the week.
All right, Sarah, thank you so much. And with those rain spouts, perfect opportunities to get takeout, get delivery, order in, show small business some love. Today is a great day to do so, actually, because it is National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day.
And according to the U.S. Small Business Administration, there are more than 27 million small businesses in the country. These small mom and pop shops and restaurants are a critical part of our economy.
Now, many may be closed amid the coronavirus crisis, but if a small business is open in your area, show them your appreciation by shopping there. If they're not open, you might still be able to buy a gift card online to use later. Also, word-of-mouth advertising is sometimes...
Yes, good advice.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Have a good Sunday.